always say, Ghana first. Come together. Let's sit on the reasoning table, wear our thinking caps, and sit down and deal with the issues. Is this a president who sounds like he's serious to fight corruption? You have voted a comedian president into power. His vice president is the professor of comedy in Ghana. In fact, he's actually the professor of Mr. Bean. When the vice president Mahmoud Bawumia is in the circus, Mr. Bean will never get near there because he will never glitter, let alone shine. This is the king of comedy. That is Bawumia. Now, Nana Akufo-Addo has proven that he's not a serious president. He has proven that he is not ready to protect the taxpayers' purse that he promised at the beginning of his tenure of office. Listen, he is a flippant president. He doesn't take serious things serious. How can a health minister sign a contract behind parliament? Sign a contract, my brother, my sister, behind the people of Ghana, behind cabinet, with criminals, terrorists, go ahead to pay half of the contract sum without the knowledge of Ghanaians. And Mr. President would go all the way to Drobo in Doma, Bono region, my brother, my sister, and be making jokes out of a serious case. I am hurt and so angry. If I had a button in my hand that I could press, and Nanado would fly into oblivion and leave Ghanaians in peace, I will press that button 1 million times, so that 1 million years later, somebody like Nana Addo will never come into this country as president. Ghanaians, let's get serious. I have said this time and again, and every time I talk about it, I get emotional. Hear me. Terrorists visit people with terror. Terrorists do not need a reason to kill you. Terrorists are vandals and sadists who are so happy when lives are lost. Our health minister, Azuma Nelson, said people were dying in this country from COVID-19. For that matter, he decided to go all the way to the UAE to contract a Sakawa Sheikh, Sheikh Al Maktoum. Listen to his name. It sounds like a bomb about to explode. Sheikh Al Maktoum. Signed a contract with him and some terrorists around him. At the blind side of every Ghanaian, blind side of parliament, blind side of cabinet, blind side of all of us. It took a Norwegian news outlet to blow it up, and we all were ridiculed as a country of 30 million ignoramuses. Hear me now. Gentleman was invited to parliament, and what did he say? He had not paid a single penny to the Sakawa boys in the UAE. That's one. Number two, he agreed that he made a mistake by signing the contract with these people. But thank God, no money was paid. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians heaved a sigh of relief when we heard that the minister had not paid any money after all. But whilst Ghanaians were looking at the monetary value of the contract, I and some other well-meaning and well-discerning Ghanaians read deeper than just the monetary value. What are we talking about, brethren and sisters? I've said it time and again. These are terrorists wanted by the FBI, the CIA, and other such organizations around the world for terrorism. My brother, my sister, we see terrorists who claim that they are Muslims, yet they bomb mosques, They bomb Muslims and kill Muslims. So you want to find out, are they really Muslims? We have seen terrorists who claim that they are Christians. They kill Christians and bomb churches night and day. And you want to ask yourself, are these Christians? My brother, my sister, a terrorist does not need a reason to visit you with harm and terror and fear. These are the people. My brother, if this deal had gone through, what would have happened? These terrorists would have had an access to 30 million Ghanaians. Hook, line, and sinker. Better still, on a silver platter. It took a juggernaut news outlet, my brother, my sister, to expose this asinine behavior. Let me break it down. My brother, my sister, if these terrorists had had a leeway, signed a contract as they did, got the money, had they not canceled the deal and had gone ahead to supply, my brother, they could have given us anything at all. They are terrorists. Anything at all. Any poison at all. Anything at all. We've seen people sell chalk and they call those tablets. We have seen people at Kajetia. When I was a student at TIM Secondary School, they sold me roll on. And when I took to school, I realized that it was nothing but Omo water in it. And as a young student, only about 14, I was so ignorant and did not know that a man would stoop so low and sell out a 14-year-old boy from TIM Secondary School like me. When I used the roll-on under my armpit, my brother, my sister, it was like I had put fire in there. Omo water. And I became, in fact, the man carrying the dead monkey on the school campus. A terrorist, my brother, my sister, can do anything. If they had given us the so-called Sputnik V, their version of Sputnik V, China is ready to do anything in order to make money. My brother, China produces fake goods night and day as long as they have a demand for it. China would even provide human parts as long as there is a demand for it. China comes into our country, destroys our environment, pollute almost everything, all because of the paper tiger, the money. Al Maktoum and his band of thieves and terrorists had gone to China, produced Sputnik V, just put anything into it. It could be chalk, it could be powder, it could be anything. Just put it in it. Let's ship it quickly to these fools. A country of 30 million fools led by a president who sleeps night and day. My brother, let's get serious. By now, we would have been digging trenches to bury people en masse. Somebody won't get this till he smokes in Tampi tonight. Ghanaians are only looking at the monetary value of that contract, losing out on the bigger gravity of the problem. And it brings tears into my eyes. My brother, those of you who are history illiterates, those of you who don't know anything history, let me educate you a little bit. My brother, it happened in America. The syphilis experiment, my brother, my sister, happened right there in Tuskegee, in America. What did they do? They were injecting black people with fake medicine and telling them that they were curing them. For over 40 years, they fed black people in Tuskegee with fake medicine like we would have heard from Al Maktoum and his band of 30 thieves. My brother, black people died in their droves. The so-called Tuskegee syphilis experiment, they killed us. Smallpox came. They said that, oh, they were going to treat us inoculate us and vaccinate us. What did they do? They injected black pox, my brother, my sister, into these blankets. Smallpox. And gave the blankets as gifts to black people and Indians all over. And when you put the blanket on you, you died. You caught the disease and died. If they could do it to us in those days. It took Bill Clinton to apologize to black people for the Tuskegee syphilis experiment that black people were used as guinea pigs. We have seen some of this over and over. If you are too young to remember, how about Ebola? How about Ebola? So when it comes to your health, my brother, my sister, the health of the nation is the wealth of the nation, not the gold, not the diamond. The real wealth of the nation is the health of the people. You could have gold, you could have diamond falling from the skies every second as a nation. If the people are not healthy, they will remain poor till Jesus Christ comes back. That's if he will come back at all. My brother, my sister, think about it. Look at the gravity of the problem a blockheaded health minister put us into. And your president, who is not my president, who I am angry with. And if I have the opportunity, I will stand before him and say this umpteen times. What do you take me for? I voted you into power because there was another corrupt president that we kicked out and brought you in to be able to deal with the corruption. You are proving that you even taught the other president as his professor of corruption. You have graduated in the University of Corruption and you have reached a terminal degree in corruption. Nobody can ever surpass you. And I am angry. You are only talking about money. And the blockheaded health minister is still at post. So shameless, he doesn't want to resign. Black people, what kind of brains do we have? A minister in the UK kissed a woman in his office without going through COVID-19 protocol. And when it came out, summarily, he resigned only a few weeks back. One kiss will endanger the lives of how many people? But he resigned. You signing a contract with terrorists to give us Kolebu powder because Sputnik V is a powder anyway. I hope you know that. You are still at post getting your propagandists to write stupid things left, right, and center. And you have a joker president who is walking around with you and pushing you around, saying that you have suffered. Who suffered for who? My fault. Ghanaians, let's reason. Let's reason. When they need us to vote them, they pretend to be serious. I, Nana Akufo-Addo, will protect the national purse. I will protect the taxpayers' purse. I, Nana Akufo-Addo, I'm never corrupt. Can you say that today? All those who were fighting corruption, you have kicked them out night and day. Health minister has goofed. It's like a race. When you have a false start, you are disqualified. They won't say, oh, because you did not hear it. There's nothing like that as an excuse. So if you goof, please move out. But this is the time Nanado or Gigi Noso taking him around, introducing him, and he is even telling the people of Bono region that, oh, I have taken a lot of you in my government. A lot of you, even the health minister is from here, campaigning for the next election, forgetting the danger of the stupid Sputnik V contract would have done to us. I am done. Yeah, I am done. What have you done to you? My brother, the president doesn't care about it. He's making jokes. out of a serious issue that would have killed Ghanaians left, right, and center. There would have been a massacre. There would have been a slaughter. Ghana would have been a slaughterhouse. Because we gave our health license on a silver platter to terrorists. The health minister, in his own words, said he paid nobody any money. Just yesterday, he wrote a long letter demanding the money that was paid to the terrorists. Let's wait and see if that money would come. I am not even interested in that money. How much is that money? Politicians. Hear me now. Nana Akufo-Addo traveled all the way to the UK, gallivanting like Gulliver. And he went out there to meet other Lilliputians, my brother, my sister, and came back with a loan to saddle the next generation. What was the amount? He got 179 million American dollars as a loan. I'm even surprised that the World Bank and the IMF and all those organizations are still giving loans to this president. A president who will go around telling them we cannot pay. Because of COVID-19, we have run out of money, so we can't pay. All the money that we owe you, please cancel that off. What impudence of a sick, sleeping cockroach. Jesus have mercy. Are you with me? Are you with me? I come to you. Let me give you that scenario. Begging you, say, oh, come to me. I'm very, very hungry. Please load me some food. And you say, oh, this food that I'm going to give you, I need it in the afternoon. So, oh, please, just let me eat right now. I have some food coming. I'll go and get it before afternoon. I return your food to you. Out of some sympathy, in quotes, I give you my food. Afternoon time, you come knocking on my door. And I'm happy because you are keeping your promise. Only for you to enter empty-handed. Where is the food that you borrowed from me? Oh, I really went out, but the sun was so hot. So for that matter, I decided to come back to tell you that I don't think I can get the food. Just forget about the food that I took from you. Do responsible people speak like this? That's the language your president went out telling the EU to cancel all the debts of Africa. When you went to collect the loan, did you give them that condition that it's possible that you will not be able to pay? Now they have started selling BBNE gold fields. They are selling that gold field. They are selling that. And they have discovered, my brother, my sister, a certain mineral, my brother, my sister, in the central region, western region area. And that goes as much as how much? I've talked about it already. Let me not go too much into it. 155 billion American dollars. They are selling it to Australians. Remember, they sold the BBNE gold field to Australians. Now they are also tired. They are selling it back. Whatever it is, my brother, my sister. I don't want to get into the technicalities. And when we talk, they say we are doing politics. For who? Why is it that all these years, all the guy in politics is doing politics, you have not been able to see a clear-cut road that, no, this guy is not a politician? Have you seen me in bed with any president? Have you seen me walk around with any minister of state from when I started radio to say that this is my friend? Or, nah, we're not in it. We don't do that. I leave them. Whatever stolen wealth they are, let them keep that. I am okay with the legal coins that I make. Keep your dollars that you make illegally. The less I have of your bloody money, the better it is for me. Think about it. Mr. President, you are a disgrace to this country. Let me tell you, point blank. You are joking with the lives of these people. I'm so sad that I have to address you like this, Mr. President, but that's the truth. He's in Doma, Bono region, cracking jokes with a potential issue that would have seen the mass burial of Ghanaians. You are here joking. What is it? COVID-19 is killing people. Hey! Do you know what kills people in Ghana more than COVID-19? Is hunger. Hunger kills more people in Ghana than COVID-19. Your lies kill more people in Ghana than the so-called COVID-19. Your revisionism, trying to bring your terrorist ancestors into some glory, and Ghanaians are rejecting them because their own people in Chebi even rejected them long before this era. The truth is bitter. The truth is bitter. But they are not able to say anything because we know what we are talking about. We don't lie to you. We tell you the truth. There is no encyclopedia that you will pick and it will say something different from what I'm telling you right now. We speak the truth. And there are a few young men and women who are so selfish that they are running after these goons. Running after these goons, benefiting coins from them when they could have benefited paper. They are running after them for charcoal when they could have had chunks of gold because they are greedy. If you are taking your time to fight for Ghana rather than follow one minister or who, you would have been fighting for yourself, your children, your children's children. But because you are greedy, they throw one carrot at you and then they keep the rest. They throw a piece of charcoal at you and keep the gold. Before you finish using the charcoal, they are gone. We are speaking in parables. It might be hard, but my brother, that is the truth. I was trained to speak the truth right from when I was born. And thank God, anytime I was called to speak, whatever I said, people believed it because we were never taught to lie. Mr. President, you have disgraced this country. Ghanaians will remember you as a very false, pretending president. A president who pretended that he was too old to be corrupt. But you have come and reinvigorated yourself into a young man who is most corrupt. I know you are living your dreams of being president because your father was once in that realm. So by all means, you must also be president. Now you are happy that you have become president. But what legacy are you leaving for the people? A legacy of corruption, a legacy of lies, a legacy of demons and principalities. Somebody won't understand this until there is an earthquake somewhere. The youth are listening. One day, 100 years to come, the youth will play this tape because it's on the internet. And what will they do? They will fight that they should put a statue of Blakk Rasta somewhere. Some of the youth will pray and say, wherever Blakk Rasta is, God have mercy on his soul. That is better for me than the peanuts you will give to me to sell out my birthright. Kai, this is deep. Teach Blakk Rasta. Kai. A good name is better than riches. When your ancestors were bombing Kwame Nkrumah night and day and looking for immediate gains, Nkrumah focused and sacrificed for this country. That is why all over the world, statues of Kwame Nkrumah garnish every single country. Yet you will find J.B. Dankwa's statue in India. Go to India. Would you see J.B. Dankwa's statue there? Would you? You know why? Nkrumah sacrificed. Will you see the statue of Akufo-Addo, Edward Akufo-Addo in Japan? How are you going to see it? These are the facts we are speaking. Somebody gets so angry that we are speaking facts. He would love that we will serenade him with lies. He knows that he's stupid, but he does not want to be told that he's stupid. But a man like me, my brother, my sister, I don't know how to run away from the truth. I love God for making me the way he has made me. To God be the glory. Mr. President, when I woke up this morning and I saw these headlines and listened to the way you made light this heavy issue to the IMF and the World Bank and all those people giving loans to this president, you are on your own. He doesn't represent us. He represents himself and his family and his corrupt officials and their friends who are terrorists, Sheikh Al Maktoum and all the other people. Is this a president? A president. Now hear what is next. You'll be surprised. Now I'm reading this from City Newsroom, and you would be even more surprised. This one says, and this one too was published today, the 11th of August, 2021. It says, Oforiata defends Ajimemenu says Ghanaians are being unsympathetic. Also, Oforiata defends Ajimemenu says Ghanaians are being unsympathetic. Echrese yene ahomobro Emma Health Minister. Listen. The Minister of Defense, Mr. Ken Oforiata, has jumped to the defense of the Health Minister, Kweku Ajimemenu, as calls for his resignation, deep in over the botched Sputnik V vaccine deal. Mr. Oforiata insists Ghanaians are being unsympathetic despite the efforts of the Health Minister to secure vaccines for the country when the lives of citizens were at stake. An ad hoc bipartisan parliamentary committee that probed the deal recommended, amongst other things, that the finance minister take steps to recover over $2 million paid to Sheikh Al Maktoum for undelivered vaccines. Meanwhile, the Sheikh has, in response to a letter from the health minister requesting to refund, agreed to pay the money. Listen. Finance minister. He knows how the money was paid. Health minister, under oath, lies through his teeth that he did not pay any money. Now it has come out that the money was actually paid to the terrorists in UAE. And they are writing a letter. What money are you looking for? I thought you said you didn't pay. Ken Oforiata, for me right now, is also so much of a demigod. Untouchable. These are the people. So humble when you see them. When they get power, they become like Satan. Listen to him. Soft spoken. You recently, COVID-19 whipped you out of your bedroom. They took you all the way to the UK. Why did he not treat COVID-19 in Ghana? The bourgeoisies in this country, like Ken Oforiata, we need to walk up to them and tell them that, listen, you have been silly. COVID-19 whacked you out of your bedroom. You ran away all the way to the white man's land to treat it. How many people in my village are able to do that? Tumu, go to Tumu. Dolin Buzon, go there. Go to Pasingpe. Go to Duri Gaga or Gaga Duri. Are they able to go to America and England to treat COVID-19? You ran out to that place and asked the whole country to pray for you. Now the country that prayed for you to return, you are betraying that same country. What a hypocrite. Use the words. There's no time for diplomacy. Days of diplomacy gone. We won't sit down for these guys to take us for a ride. Unsympathetic. So if this mayhem had happened, if these terrorists had provided us with junk and we started being buried en masse, what would have happened? Sometimes I wish I could make some pronouncements, but the love I have for this country, the love I have for decency, I hold myself down. Listen to what Ken Oforiata is saying, Ghanaians. Now there's somebody sitting somewhere. No matter how much wisdom we speak, they've closed their ears. They won't listen. Because some idiot is sitting somewhere giving them charcoal. They do not know that they deserve gold. And if they had been a little wiser, they would grab the gold. They take the charcoal and they are okay for now. Mediocre lives. A life of mediocrity. Substandard lifestyles. They take themselves through. My brother, the time is coming. Health minister says he didn't pay any money to the sheikh. Now it came out that they are now writing letters and asking the finance minister to get the money. Who paid the sheikh? Who authorized the paying of the sheikh? Whose signature is on it? Who transferred the money to the sheikh? Ghanaians don't deserve to know, because it's a clique. It's a clique. Clickism, Goonism, and Gundaism. My brother, my sister. In the cycles of these guys. Next time, 200 years to come, if you see any Akufu on the ballot box, you know what to do. If you see any Oforiata on that ballot box, you know what to do. If you see any Baumia, you know what to do. Because they believe in demons and principalities. When they fail, they blame it on demons and principalities. If Ghanaians had taken the fake Sputnik V from the sheikh and they started burying us in our droves, you know what they will do? They will come and call for a national prayer and say, demons and principalities have inundated our country. Therefore, the only way out is to go out and pray in that cathedral space. I was reading something. Nana Akufo-Addo has given a scholarship to a very brilliant boy who had how many ones, and has given, and the parents are clapping. I said, Jesus Christ. One child. Do you know how many more brilliant children are lurking around in the shadows of your corruption? Do you know how many more brilliant children have been swallowed up by your corruption? And for that matter, they are wingless, hapless. I leave it here. Kwesi Pratt has also said something about this deal. Let's listen to him. Now, I'm reading this from Peace FM Online, and it says, Kwesi Pratt empathizes with health minister. It means he's feeling some kind of sympathy. A softer word is empathy. Hear me now. Seasoned journalist Kwesi Pratt Jr. has expressed pity for the health minister, Mr. Kweku Agyeman-Manu, over calls that he should either resign or be dismissed by the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Following the minister's revelation of not seeking parliamentary and cabinet approval before entering into a contract to purchase Sputnik V vaccine for Ghana, he has become a target for criticisms. Pressure group Occupy Ghana and some Ghanaians have mounted pressure on him to step down or be fired by the president. It is clear to us from the above that the health minister entered into an international business transaction and paid or supervised the payment of monies under the transaction without parliamentary approval, without cabinet approval, without public procurement authority approval or ratification, and without the endorsement advice of the Attorney General. We demand that the health minister resigns from office. Even if he meant well under the emergency circumstances, those did not justify bypassing our constitutional and statutory processes. If the health minister does not resign of his own account, then we call on the president to relieve him of his post, the group said. Not Kwesi Pratt. But Kwesi Pratt Jr. feels extremely sad for the health minister who has over the years distinguished himself in public service. Touting the remarkable credentials of the minister, Kwesi Pratt said Mr. Agyeman-Manu is not an ordinary person. Firstly, I saw him as the chairman of Public Accounts Committee and the work he did there. If you see the work he did as chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and think it's ordinary, then it's up to you. This is the 5th term in Parliament. He's been a deputy minister before. He became a minister of health. What really occurred for him to make these many mistakes? He empathized with the minister, saying, frankly, the minister's issue really saddens me. After how many years of distinguished public service? More than 20 years, maybe 30 years of distinguished public service, and this is his end. It is very sad. Well, you heard Kwesi Pratt. I think I've made these same sentiments. He was a good man in the past, but my brother, like I said, it's like a race at the Olympics. When the gun goes, bah! Before the gun goes for you to start, when you start, that is a false start. Whether you have eaten before the race or not, whether you have done some 1 million other races that were so good, and just this one you stepped out, the rules will not play in your favor. Remember that the rule of the game can never be changed to favor anybody. The minister is shameless. He should have resigned. If he was truly a good minister, let him resign. Let the public cry again and say, no, we don't want him to resign. He's been a great man. Blah, blah, blah. And to make it even more serious, there could be a referendum because of him. I support that. But the whole Ghana is saying, go, go, go away. Go and never come back again. Hey, hey, go away. Go and never come back again. We don't want to see you again. Sputnik 19 and terrorists. Go, go, go away. That's what everybody's saying. That's the chorus. What Kwesi Pratt is saying is simple. My brother, you have distinguished yourself, but you did not step out of the spotlight when the applause was the loudest. You overstayed your welcome. And you continue to play the buffoonery at a time that you were not at the peak of your performance. Remember Azuma Nelson, when he was fighting and beating almost everybody on top of his game. Azuma Nelson Finnick 1 and 2. We all saw the action and the power, the zoom zoom spirit, the power, the energy. When we finally realized that Azuma Nelson was not really, he had started deaccelerating, Ghanaians said, listen, we love you too much to see you lose a fight. Please, step out of the focus light, the spotlight, when the applause is the loudest now. Azuma Nelson said, no. I won my title in the ring. I will never relinquish my title until I lose it in the ring. Say, hey, what is Azuma Nelson talking about? We all loved Azuma Nelson. He was the hope of this country anytime there was a boxing match. My brother, my sister, people stayed awake to see the zoom zoom spirit. People stayed awake to see the flag of Ghana being hoisted. People stood and awake anywhere Azuma Nelson was fighting in order to hear the national anthem on the international arena. Jesus Christ. Azuma Nelson refused to listen to the people. Azuma Nelson went to fight. And anytime he fought and was coming back home, it was announced. Tens of thousands of people would throng the airport to welcome Azuma. Zoom, 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 zoom. He went and fought, and boom, he was beaten. But Ghanaians still said, well, he didn't listen to our advice, but he's still our hero. Let's go meet him at the airport. They went to the airport. I was one of those. We met him at the airport. And when news people, I remember GTV at that time, interviewed him, you know what he said? His first lines. I am sorry. I'm very, very sorry that I lost it. I'm sorry that I have disappointed Ghanaians. And I thank you that you have shown love. Look at the number of people who came. And I said, Azuma, you could have spoken a different language. You see, dear, all chakwaino on him saying chia. We have to watch you and tell you. Today, I'm not talking about Azuma Nelson. I'm talking about the health minister. He had worked so hard in the past. But because of greed, greedy old men who never will pass the baton in a race, they want to run the whole race. But remember the principle of baton race. You pass the baton. In fact, baton changing is very important in life. It's so important in the field of sports. Athletics. When you change the baton outside the line, you are disqualified. When you change the baton, my brother, my sister, before the line, you are okay. When you change the baton wrongly, my brother, my sister, you are disqualified. It happened to Ghana at the Olympics. But our politicians so greedy. This is the time to pass the baton. No, they won't do it. They will never do it. Greed. If it's not greed, how can a 77-year-old man be your president? Where is he going to lead you to the grave? When we talk like this, they say we hate old men and women. The principle of the baton race. We see Pratt, thank you for that one. We appreciate you. My brother, my sister, interesting things are happening in this country. And it will take some time for us to be able to iron out a number of things in this country. Now, there's another thing I want to look at, and I need you to open your ears. How many of you know Pambros? Pambros. They produce salt at the Makati area, right? They have damped some part of the sea, and then they are able to pull out some salt from out. They've been doing this for years. My brother, my sister, hear me now. There is a cement company, a cement manufacturing company, almost at the same place. In fact, they are supposed to be neighbors. And they've been allowed. They've been given the license to operate. And we all know what it is when it comes to cement. We have air pollution, dust, cement dust flies all over the place. In fact, the Makati people came out to talk against it. This is a residential area. You have a cement making machine, cement making factory, and cement dust is supposed to be flying all over the place, getting to people's food, their noses, their eyes, and all that. What kind of sicknesses are you visiting on the people? There's something we call zoning when it comes to land economy. When you are dealing with land issues, there is something called zoning. That is why the houses in Nima are different from the houses in East Legon. It's because of zoning. That is why the houses at Abelenpe are different from the houses at Jowulu. The houses in Ashaiman, that is why they are different from the houses in cantonments. I tell you something to explain zoning. If you want to build a mad house, Atakpame. Correct pronunciation, Atakpame. But in Ghana we say Atakwame. Correct pronunciation, Atakpame. And it's named after where it was first built. In Togo, there's a place called Atakpame. The technical name for Atakpame house is wattle and daub. I studied land economy, so some of these things, they come at the fingertips. You know? My brother, hear this. You want to build a wattle and daub house or Atakpame house in East Legon, you will not get a permit. The zoning is not for Atakpame. You have to go elsewhere where the zoning allows that. You understand? My brother, how can you have a salt making factory sitting face to face with a cement making factory? It's not possible. How can you have a cement making factory in a residential area? Who ordered that? Who gave them the license to do that? Hey, let's even say that they allow it. The people would inhale a lot of cement dust into their nose. And what is cement made from? Clinker. What does clinker do to the health of ordinary people? It's for me and you to go and read a little bit about clinker. Clinker. We have lots of clinker in a place called Bongoda in Ghana. That's the hub of clinker. My brother, my sister, right now cement is being made all over the place. There's Ghana cement, what is called Gasem. We also have Jata Cement and many more. Now, more cement making companies. We are happy so that people can build. But the problem is with the zoning. An ice cream making factory cannot sit face to face, my brother, my sister, with a cement making factory. Salt is food. True or false? Salt is food. In fact, in geography, salt is a rock. Salt is food. Cement is flying all over the place. My brother, my sister, we need to open our ears and check out all these things, and we'll be able to move further. Oh my God. I leave it here. Now I'm going to deal with the last thing and I'm out. Yesterday I started it. Today I'm going to continue. My brother, my sister. Oh, yo, P day, uncle. Miss oh, yo, papa. Don't tell me. This one I am taking from Ghana Web, and this was published today, Wednesday, the 11th of August, 2021. And it says, Marcel Desailly reveals how corruption stopped him from developing El Wak Sports Stadium. Hey, come along, my brethren, my sister. Remember I told you yesterday how Marcel Desailly said that he's done with Ghana, Lizzie Sports. That beautiful edifice. Producer, put a photograph of Lizzie Sports Stadium. Lizzie Complex, Sports Complex. Hear me. Very beautiful place. Nice edifice. For 10 years. Every year out of the 10 years, he spent 1.5 million American dollars to pay salaries, to pay debts. No money came in. Yesterday I made it clear. Look, Marcel Desailly, both parents are from Ghana. He is a Ghan by ethnicity. Everywhere he went, every interview he granted, he mentioned that he was a proud Ghan from Gamashi. He lost in the opportunity to play for the national team, the Black Stars, because he was so young when he was taken to France. But he had a focus. He said, hey, when I leave the sporting arena in France, I am coming to Ghana to put my knowledge and expertise and experience into action. True to his words. When he came, he didn't go to my hometown in Lumbuzon, in Tumu, in Kwasinkwe. He didn't go to Duri Gaga or Gaga Duri. He didn't go to Fautibesi, Fautikosie. You all know where it is, Fautikosie, Bono area. My brother, he didn't go there. He came to Gamashi. A proud Ghan to build. When he built Lizzie, what my own Ghan people should have done, Homowo, you should go there and play and throw back play and pay some money to keep the place active. Because this is one of your own. One of our own. No. They won't. They will prefer running on the beach and throwing curses on people walking in the shit on the beach. Lizzie Sports was there. When Asante Kotoko went to train and were shitting in the bush like bears. My brother, my sister, we did not encourage him. Now he says, enough is enough. Oracle. Today, this is what is here. I'm going to read 2 paragraphs. You'll be shocked. Marcel Desailly reveals how corruption stopped him from developing El Wak Sports Stadium. And I read. French football legend Marcel Desailly has opened up on the frustrations he endured in his attempt to redevelop the El Wak Sports Stadium. Desailly, in a Joy FM interview, said he encountered numerous challenges in trying to turn the facility around and make it economically viable. Detailing his frustrations, the Seyi said that identifying the real owners of the facility became problematic as information was not forthcoming. It was hell trying to find out who exactly it belonged to. The Seyi told Joy Sports during an exclusive interview last Saturday. From the military side and others, my aim was not to take the place for myself, considering the military are the ones that use the place for some official duties. But the guys were not opening up. We are corrupt. I have to say the truth. I had the model. And work needed commercial spaces around, just as I had done with Lizzie's complex. Reorganize the sports facilities because there was handball, basketball, etc. I could create a pool as well as the track around it, a gym, just to be able to bring income to maintain the sports facility. At zero. I thank you. I bless you. I have to go.